Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Our special singer tonight will be Tony Kaunohi of Castle High School.
And you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reclaim the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave.
Ms. Tony Kaunohi.
And welcome to Aloha Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Bradshaw along with Al Murakami. And Al, let me have your thoughts on the game tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, if the island feels like it's tipping a little bit toward the west, it's probably because just about everyone, his brother, his sister, his auntie, and his any other possible relatives that can come out of the windward side are all here at Aloha Stadium to watch tonight's OIA semifinal playoff between the Kailua Surf Riders and the Kahuku Red Raiders. And Mike, tonight we're going to see in these two teams, teams that are very similar in style and two head coaches who know each other very well.
Yes, Al, and that's kind of spooky in one aspect is they mirror each other, and the thing is that both teams, both coaches know one another so well that they know they're a mirror image of each other. And for that, you just don't know what to expect. But so far as the coaches, and we'll see Kailua will be defending the south end zone, and Kahuku will be kicking off, defending the north end zone. And get ready for a clash of the Titans, a clash of the unbeatens.
Probably the key tonight, Mike, is going to be how well Kailua is able to pass this evening. In their last couple of ball games, they've been averaging nearly 118 yards per game in their last two playoff games for a total offensive average of about 390 per game. So that's going to be kind of important for them to be able to generate their ground game, led by Rocky Alo and Keone Brown and Billy Winchester and company. Their running back by committed situation. Kahuku, on the other hand, of course, best as we know, does not necessarily have to throw the ball in order to be successful offensively. We've seen them being led by Talamoni, who has since been a little nicked and has not seen as much action. But, we've seen good production out of their quarterback, Fonoy Moana. Fiatoa has come in. Certainly Manu Maliuna, who is a little nicked but is expected to start tonight, has, of course, been a consistent in that backfield. Latuselu Kala. Latuselu has come in and been a very interesting factor, I think, because he can come out of that backfield and be a third or fourth man on those pass patterns for Fonoy Moana.
And with the passing attack of Fonoy Moana, last week, they kind of rested him a little bit in anticipation. They didn't want to get, their star quarterback hurt, and they wanted him to be healthy, ready for, I know I'm jumping ahead of the gun, but St. Louis, when the Kahuku Red Raiders meet the St. Louis.
Well, certainly Coach Shiwaki Levi has, of course, probably warned his team, hey, we got to take them one at a time, and certainly they need to get by Kailua first. But certainly when you look at their production the past couple of weeks, they opened up the first round with a 53-7 win over Aiea, followed that with a 61-7 win over Kaimiki, in which they held Kaimiki to minus 10 yards rushing.
And that right there, that shows a lot, not only, Al, for their defensive team, but for the coaches as well, because the coaches can just do so much, and the kids have got to contribute some. And they say, hey, let's take it this year. Let's go for it. Let's hold these guys. And I think Kaimaki was kind of stymied a little bit because they felt that they could, by virtue of their running attack, that they could go somewhere. But it showed, Kahuku showed them that, hey, you guys are not going to run on us. We're going to hold you.
And when we say these two teams are very similar in style, it's not just because both coaches have worked together before under now University of Hawaii assistant coach Doug Simonis when Simonis headed up the Kahuku program. You look at the numbers. Kailua has over 1,900 yards rushing. Kahuku is just about there as well. First in both their conferences. Kailua is third in passing with nearly 600 yards over the entire season. Kahuku has, of course, generated just shy of 700 through the air. Both teams are first in overall offense with well over 2,500 yards per game. 2,500 yards, I should say, amassed for the season. And certainly, as you look at it, Mike, very similar numbers, which kind of reflects the fact that both teams put a very strong emphasis, of course, on running the ball and then throwing it second. When you look at the defense on the other side, however, little different situation. Kailua giving up 615 yards total on the ground this season compared to just 220 for the Kahuku Red Raiders. As far as passing, of course, Kahuku only second there, while Kailua first. But you look at the overall passing percentage, or rather I should say the overall defensive percentage, and very similar numbers in the fact that both defenses ranked first in their individual conference.
And Al, it's just like we said right at the outset of this broadcast, is that both coaches know one another. They're good friends. They coached under Doug Simonis, who is now the assistant coach at the University of Hawaii. And it's just like looking into a mirror because they know one another, and it shows in the statistics of both teams. Although, Kailua is in the white division, Kahuku is in the red division, but when you have two teams that are so similar to one another and the coaches that know one another, it's just like looking into a mirror, and it's kind of scary at times. But let's look forward, Al, tonight to a good, hard-fought, smash-mouth, football game.
As I said, Mike, the one key I think in this is going to be how well Kailua can pass, and certainly they can do that very well under their quarterback, Chico Cantaberas, but who is also a very fine ball handler in the same manner as Fonoy Moana. But the feeling is, from talking to a lot of different people, is that perhaps Cantaberas, a little slicker ball handler, and when we had this situation we have this evening where we're expecting a little more rain later on this evening, that might be able to play into the difference in this ball game in terms of their being able to handle the ball versus Kahuku.
That's very true. Now, another thing that we have to watch out for, the rain, we know as well as everybody, before it rains, it's humid. And right now, Al, it is real humid out there. So therefore, let's get ready for kickoff.
Kailua anticipating the onside kick, which has been a trademark of Kahuku football throughout this season. The Red Raiders have been known to gamble with the onside kick early on. They did it several times early in their ball game against the Kaimiki Bulldogs last week. The kickoff sails deep, however, and this will be taken by Gorian of the Surf Riders. He manages to bring it back up over the 25, maybe the 26-yard line as action gets underway here at Aloha Stadium.
And Jared Ava made the stop on that one. Jared Ava is a 5'10", 181-pound junior who came down and just smashed right into him, stopping the ball at the 26-yard line.
Ball just over the 25. 1st and 10, Kailua, opening moments of the OYA football semifinals. As Canterbury swings out the pass, and right away, Kailua going to the air and giving it to one of their top-notch runners, Billy Winchester, the 5'11", 210 junior.
And making a stop on that one now, I would say a touchdown saver is number 12, Bryson Au, 5'5", 138-pound sophomore.
Canterbury through 2 games, 11 of 21, completing better than 52% of his passes. 2nd and short now as we get some light rain coming down. From the I formation, the give is to Brown. Brown hit at the line of scrimmage as Kahuku slams the door. He may have gotten forward on the second effort, but we'll have to see on the spot.
As we'll see here on the replay, number 8 for Keone Brown goes up the middle, and he gets stuffed by the awesome Kahuku defense.
Raiders hold Kailua to a 3rd and 1 from the 35, just shy of it. And out of the I formation, Kailua trying to run for it, but the Red Raiders ready, and they stuff the holes.
And on that one, Rocky Alo headed off towards the left hand, and we'll see here on the replay. Rocky Alo heading out to his left, and big number 33. That's Pati Milo making the stop on that one.
Kailua going to go on 4th down from just outside the 35. Cantabaris going to change the play, apparently. The give to the first man through. And this is Winchester surging forward. May have enough for the first down. We'll have to see.
Tupola making the stop on that one after a short gain, and it is a Kailua first down. We'll see here on the replay where number 21, Billy Winchester, smashes up the middle, and number 33 again, Pati Milo, making the stop.
So from just outside the 37, 1st and 10 for Kailua, sustaining their opening drive here. The give is to Alo. And Alo runs into the Kahuku Red Raider defense. Might have gotten a yard out of this as the rain beginning to fall a little more intensely here, Mike.
You'll see Rocky Alo taking the handoff up the middle, and there he is. Milo making the stop, stuffing the hole for maybe a 1-yard gain, if that, Al.
They're going to say no gain, so 2nd and 10 from the 37. Brown this time skirting the corner. Major pickup to the 45-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down now. Call it about 2.
Okay, you'll see Keone Brown. He goes off to the right and cuts it out and then cuts back in towards the right. And there he is, Bryson Au making the stop after a gain of 8 yards.
Rain beginning to fall steadily as the umbrellas pop out on 2nd and 2 from the 35. Kailua running into the heart of that tough Kahuku defense as Winchester gets stuffed on the play. Might have actually lost a yard.
And on that one there, Al, again, we keep calling this name, Pati Milo, and that man right there is going to be a force to be reckoned with tonight. When Winchester heads up the middle and this man, goes right into the hole, he's plugging it well.
Kailua 1 for 1 on first down conversions tonight. 4th and 3 here from their own 45. And going offside is a Kailua offensive lineman.
That's number 66, Kamakia, who jumped off sides. And before that mistake out, and even right now, we'll see here, Kailua is 1 for 1 on 4th downs. And we'll see here, just to the left, just to the right there, there he goes. You know, he goes offsides, 4th and 7.
So following the penalty, 4th and 8 from the 39. Kailua forced to boot it away here. And mishandled, and Kailua giving chase, and they may have it. Let's see. So the first mistake of the night as the rain beginning to fall heavily here, made by Kahuku, will give Kailua excellent field position, knocking on the door of the Kahuku end zone. Ball will be spotted at the Kahuku 3.
As we see here, number 42, Leonard Peters trying to call for the catch, and big number 56 for Kailua. That's Ryan Billy Mauna making the recovery on that ball. It'll be 1st and 3 on the 3 for Kailua.
Power I formation, 7 minutes and change. The ball given to Alo, tries to skirt the outside. Kahuku's defense, though, rises and takes him out at the 5. As coming up to make the stop there is Tupuola.
Tupuola was just like a radar dish on that one. Alo heads out to the left, and here we'll see it on the replay, Al. A toss to the left, and there's just no blockers, and here comes the radar homing in, and boom. No gain, in fact, a loss of 2 yards.
So following the Tupola hit, 2nd and 5, ball at the 5, goal to go. Power I formation for the Surf Riders. Cantabaris with the ball, has a man in the end zone, and this is knocked down, and I believe, well, they're going to say incomplete pass. I thought I saw a flag go flying for a moment there. And once again, back there on the play, Mike, is Tavo Tupola, the 6'3", 192-pound senior defensive back, strong safety.
That was an awesome replay on that one, because you'll see Tupola. He's reading the eyes of the quarterback, and he sees him, he's throwing, boom, and he goes over right there, and right there he makes a good play on that ball.
On 3rd down and 5, they try to run it up inside, and nothing doing as closing it down for the Red Raiders is big number 78. Toniu Fonotti, 6'4", 300.
Tonoi Fonotti just stuffed the ball on that one. No way that they could, go into the ball. No way they could go into the line. They just, the man just get in there and boom, that was it.
4th and 5, Cantabaris and company will set up for the kick by Gorian. 5'9", 175, a junior. Boots this from a sharp angle, and it is no good.
That was a valiant effort on 81, Thomas Ho for Kahuku. He just shanked it off to the right. As we'll see on this one, the ball is down, fumbled, and he may have seen, enemies coming in off the right side, but he kicked it off to the right.
That was a very coarse angle he had to attempt it from, so that all the more contributing to it as Kahuku takes over in their own territory at the 20. So they bite the bullet and make a defensive stand early. But Kailua playing a very game.
Kaipo Faitao moved on that just a little bit early, causing a 5-yard penalty. And looks like we have a Kailua player down on the field.
And we'll take another look. Well, hold on. We'll tell you a little bit about this first. Of course, Christmas coming up. Not too early to start thinking about Christmas gifts. High school sporting events tapes for sale here at the Aloha Stadium. 486-9557 is the number to call to order. Hey, you want to keep up on the old high school alma mater and how they're doing on the football field or on the baseball diamond or on the soccer field? Hey, this is the place for it. 486-9557. If you're on the mainland, hey, area code 808-486-9557.
And as we see the Kailua player still down on the field, looks like the doctors and trainers are out there, and there's a Aloha Stadium staff out there wanting to know whether or not you're going to be able to, go off on his own power. So we'll take a short pause for the cause. And it's nice to see, Al, as we see big number 94, Jesse Keolana Kamakia, coming, walking off the field, under his own power. And it's nice to see the sportsmanship, not only trainers for Kailua, but for Kahuku coming out to help as well, lending a hand.
Kailua offense right now, 8 times for just 7 yards. Only Keone Brown has any kind of positive yardage with 8 yards after 2 carries.
And again, we kept talking about the defense of Kahuku prior to the game, Al, and that defensive stand down there where that failed field goal attempt, that proves that Kahuku is ready to play.
So following the penalty, 1st and 15, ball at the Kahuku 15. Slot man to the near side, staggered backfield. As popping out of there is Fiatoa. Kaipo Fiatoa with the big gain. As he's taken out just beyond the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out just beyond the 41. As running him down for the Surf Riders.
And we'll see here on the replay, number 20, Kaipo Faitao, big number 70, making a heck of a play. Kendall Butto making an awesome play, an awesome block to spring him out for a heck of a gain.
And the Kailua defender taking him out to save what could have been a touchdown run. As once again staying on the ground is the Kahuku Red Raiders. The rain has let up as Latuselu on the carry. And meeting him up there for the Surf Riders was Boyd Kalama, the defensive lineman, 6'1", 245, a senior. Latuselu, I think, a running back, Mike, that brings a little different element to the Kahuku offense since he can go out, like I said at the top of the broadcast, able to swing out and be an extra receiver for the quarterback for Noi Moana.
And that's something that Kailua has got to watch out for too, Al.
2nd and 7, ball at the 44 of the Red Raiders. Fanoi Moana winds up, deep pass, this put up like a punt and intercepted. As making the interception for the Surf Riders, Nainoa Foe. And 5'9", 175, a senior.
And I'm sorry on that one, Al. On that one there, Fanoi Moana, as we'll see here on the replay, he takes about 5 steps back, and he doesn't get all of it. And he sees that man coming in his face, and he throws it just a little bit early.
One of the observations made about Fanoi Moana's throwing style is that very lengthy wind-up a la Randall Cunningham, and sometimes that gives the defensive back a few seconds to catch up to a receiver, and that's what happened there. So 1st down 10 from the 29 as Chico Cantobaris trying to run the quarterback sweep. Nothing doing as Kahuku comes up and jams him back around his own, call it the 26-yard line.
Chico Cantobaris heads out, hangs out around, the left-hand side of and we'll see here on the replay, is that, he fakes the handoff up the middle, and then run starts fading out to the left, and he has number 2, John Kepa, as a pitchback, but he keeps the ball up the middle for no gain.
Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and 12, ball at the Kailua 27. And Alo on the swift, slick handoff, angles out of bounds along the far side. Pick up a 1st down yardage and more as he gets out to the Kailua 45.
Tavao Tupuola making the stop on that one, which is definitely a touchdown-saving He grabs the jersey of Rocky Alo, who's running out around the right, of the left, and just holds on for dear life and knocks him out of bounds for a gain and a first down yardage.
Excellent ball handling by Canterbury's I formation slot to the far side. The give this time to Brown, the speed back. He gets out over midfield into Kahuku territory at the 48.
And on that one there, that was a good angle for Kahuku. However, Brown, the speedster, heads out to the right, sees no blocking, and boom, just turns on the speed, turns on the jets right here, and he could have gone maybe a couple more yards before running out of bounds for a possible first down yardage.
So second and short situation now, 2nd and 3 from the 48 of Kahuku. Alo on the carry, and he gets rocked for a loss of about 2 back to midfield.
Pati Milo shooting up the middle, for no gain at all on that one. You'll see a handoff to Alo up the middle, and there he is, big number 33, Pati Milo, putting a stop on him in the background for a loss.
And following the tackle now, 3rd down 5, ball at midfield. I formation slot to the near side. A nice slick play action fake, and the pass completed to the tight end down there, big number 96, Jacob Capono, 6'1", 245, a senior. I said, Mike, early on, the ability of Kailua to be able to throw the ball through the air would be a key.
And that right there, number 5, Morosco, as we'll see here, Canterbury's rearing back, going back, firing the ball. Nice touch on that ball, and an excellent catch by Jacob Capono, and here he goes. He's trying to hurdle him, and that hurdle right there got him a couple more yards, Al.
Nice way to finish a run. Nice nifty move by the huge tight end. Something you just don't see big people like that able to do. The screen to the near side here now. Winchester winds his way up to the 5 of Kahuku, and again Kailua threatening.
Making the stop on that ball was Hala Punago, for making the stop along with number 7, Tupola. As you see the all-sport replay where Canterbury fires the ball on the screen play out to the right, and making the stop right there, number 7, Tupola, and big number 62.
Following the stop, 2nd and 2, ball at the 5. And a timeout taken by Kahuku. Kailua, to reset the situation for you, can pick up a first down inside the 4-yard line of Kahuku. And I'll tell you what, Mike, a long time ago, an uncle of mine once told me, he said, Al, the bumblebee was never meant to fly. But you know what? No one told the bumblebee that. And apparently the same goes for Kailua here. Someone, we've been saying all week that, we didn't expect Kailua to be able to hang on the same field with Kahuku. At least, not this late into even the first quarter. But, hey, I guess somebody didn't tell the Surf Riders, because here they are knocking on the door again.
And we see that team right there. That man right there, number 3, Chico Canterbury's. On this drive alone, Al, he's 3 for 4. For 54 yards, and he has caught Kahuku with their drawers down on this one, because Kahuku is just stepping back and saying, we knew that this man could play, we knew he could throw the ball, we knew this team could play. What are we doing? We've got to step back, regroup, and we've got to hit and do some smash mouth football and catch, make sure that these guys don't get in the end zone, because this is forming up to be one heck of a good defensive battle thus far.
Should mention Darren Johnson, coach of Kailua, was the starting quarterback for the Red Raiders back in the early 80s. 2nd down, 2, ball at the 5. Raiders have the first down as they surge ahead, and apparently loose ball. Some of the Raider defenders saying they got it. And they do. So again, as you mentioned, Mike, the Kahuku defense rises up again and slams the door on Kailua.
As we see, that was a beautiful play by number number 21, Billy Winchester, who headed up the middle. But on that one there, I mean, there were just too many arms. As we'll see on the all-sport replay here, you'll see Winchester getting a handoff from Canaveras heading up the middle. And, yeah, you see both hands on the ball and then one hand trying to block him off. And then just an octopus arms coming in and ripping the ball out. And there it is right there. Ball, Kahuku.
And there you see on the scoreboard, Kailua 3 first downs, just 1 for Kahuku. More importantly, though, Kahuku twice with their doorstep threatened has rebuffed Kailua. Because otherwise it could have very easily either been 10-0 or maybe even 14-0 on the scoreboard right now.
You'll see Milo coming off the field under his own power, and that's a good sign. And that right there, that man right there would be sorely missed if he was, actually, hurt in any extent, Al.
Rain coming down a little harder again as another passing shower coming through. 1st and 10 for Kahuku, ball at their own 2-yard line. They try to run it up again as they stay on the ground with Fiatoa as he manages to surge ahead for a couple of yards.
Kaipo Fitoa, as we'll see here on the replay, I still can't get over this one. He takes the handoff from Fanoi Moana, and he just launches himself over because he saw that the hole was blocked, so he says, let's go over the top.
2nd and 8 from the Kahuku 4. Red Raiders, Fiatoa on the ground, ball on the ground, and Kailua comes up with a little turnover, turning it back the other way, and into the end zone for the touchdown. Roger Majid Gordon, linebacker, 5'9", 175, a junior. Something to be said for staying with it, and Gorian has, and he's taking it in for the touchdown.
As we saw there, we see Darren Johnson. He says, okay, we're going for one. We're going for one. No, yeah, as you see there, none of this, let's go for 2 and, hopefully they don't get anything. But you've got to watch out for Kahuku that they will come back. But that was just a hard-fought game. Kaipo Fitoa, had a good hole out to the right, and just an arm went in there, and boom, that was it.
Both teams ranked first against the rush as flags go flying, as we'll have a delay of game with Kailua unable to get their special team onto the field on time. This will back them up 5.
Game on the offense.
Yep, this, Al, is, to me, is inexcusable. They know once they score a touchdown, what comes out? Either 1 or 2 points. And you saw the coach, dictating 1 point. Boom, everybody should be out there already.
25-yard extra point on the way. It is good.
And it is. Kailua 7, Kahuku nothing. With 2 minutes and 4 seconds left in the first quarter. Al, would you have even thought that Kailua would be ahead of the undefeated, nationally ranked, 18th ranked Kahuku Red Raiders tonight?
As someone said, the bumblebee is, my uncle, I should say, told me the bumblebee wasn't meant to fly, but nobody told the bumblebee.
That's it, exactly.
That exactly, as we'll see here, is the case for Kailua tonight. Nobody told them they're not supposed to be on the same field as Kahuku.
And you see the replay right here where Fitoa, heading out to the left, or excuse me, to the right, and big number 70, that's Nainoa Full, strips the ball, and number 10, Gorian, makes the recovery and makes the run back. Kailua 7, Kahuku a stunning 0.
If you're Siuaki Levi, though, you still have to feel that the gods must be on your side, because you could very easily be in a 17-0, 21-0 deficit at this point of the ball game.
And
take another look at it again here.
And you'll see the strip on this one coming up right here. Right there, he knocks the ball out. And number 7, we've been calling his number all night.
Nainoa Foe, the defensive back, 5'9", 175, a senior. And Kailua kicking off. Dribbles this. This will go out of bounds. Coming off a pooch kick. This will give Kahuku good field position at their own 35.
And actually, if you look at it, Al, this will probably be some of the best field position that Kahuku thus far has had this evening.
So 2:04 remaining in the first quarter with Kailua leading Kahuku, surprisingly 7-0.
Attacking team, penalty flag. Elect to take the ball on the 35.
And Kahuku is taking the ball on the 35-yard line, which is more or less been a tradition now that you kick it out of bounds, the opponent takes it on 35.
Staggered backfield, double tight ends. As the give, this time to Talamoni, who is not expected to even see much action this evening. He comes out and right away, a major pickup over the 45 out to the 47-yard line. First down for Kahuku.
And we'll see here, Talamoni is compliments of Zippies. Takes the handoff to the right, and Talamoni heads out to the right, sees an opening, and sprints out. And number 3, Brada Choi Fu making the stop.
Pick up a 13, 1st and 10 from their own 48. As Talamoni this time comes inside, and Coach Siwaki Levi not going to fool around anymore, going right to his smash mouth football attack.
Canaveras making the stop, who also doubles as a quarterback on this, on the Kailua defense. One person that we haven't seen this far tonight is Andreas Manu Maliuna, which is also I believe he may be in there with Talamoni as the up back.
Again, double tight end set, the I formation. The give is to Talamoni, and this time he gets stopped in the backfield. Might have made it to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard, but that will be it, as this will bring up 3rd down.
Clement Tuihara makes the stop on that one. Talamoni didn't even get a chance to get out of the backfield on that one. There was a loss of 2 on that one, making it 3rd down and 5. We'll see here on the replay where, boom, he just, he goes right up the middle. Number 84, Adam Kramer makes.
And back to action, 3rd and 5 from the 47 of Kailua. And this time, Manu Maliuna on the carry. Gets out ahead into about the 42-yard line. May be enough for the first down, and it is.
As we see the replay on this, compliments of Hawaiian Tel, Manu Maliuna just bowls up the middle. It's like, Earl Campbell going right up the middle. Making the stop on that one is number 13, again for Kailua, Clement Tuihara.
Manu Maliuna, 5'7", 228, a bowling ball in that backfield for the Red Raiders, as they will send him bowling again, but this time he might pick up only 2 yards on the play as all of Kailua comes in to slam the door on him.
David Weiss making the stop on that one after a short gain of 2 yards, making it 2nd down and 8 yards to go.
So 12 minutes, Mike, are now in the books as we've reached the end of the first stanza with our score, Kailua 7, Kahuku zip. And as someone once said, who would have thunk it?
You never would have thought. Kailua here, as we see, has 3 first downs. Kahuku also has 3 first downs, but Kahuku is behind Kailua by 7 points. And Darren Johnson there, as we see, has done a masterful job this far tonight.
And had his offense been able to convert a few more of those turnovers, Kahuku actually would have been looking at probably by now a 14-0, maybe as much as a 21-0 deficit.
And that's kind of scary because Kahuku does have a huge defensive line as well as their offensive line. And Kailua, being the speedsters, it just seems that, they're raring to go.
Looking at the statistics for the first quarter, Kahuku with 9 carries for 63 yards, while Kailua 13 times on the ground for 30 yards. Kahuku 1 for 1 in the fumble department, while Kailua 2 for 2 in that same category.
Hey, you see some of the Kailua faithful up there rooting for their team.
Malibu, Dominic Rodero helping us keep straight on the numbers this evening as we go to 2nd and 8 from the Kailua 39. And penalty flags go flying. And this apparently will be illegal procedure against the Red Raiders.
The dead ball fall. False start on the offense. Still 2nd down.
And I didn't see exactly who moved on that one now, but you know, we'll see here on hopefully on the replay as we see here. There it is, the left and right guards for Kailua moved, resulting in a 5-yard penalty.
Kahuku, their 2nd penalty now for 10 yards amassed as they come running up the middle again. As on the run that time.
And as we saw,
Talamoni, who stopped right at the line of scrimmage and no more.
And there's the man right there that put the hit on him. And it looks like he kind of broke some equipment. Of course, that's not hard to do when you're coming up against the individual in Talamoni's caliber.
Kahuku coming up on 3rd and 11 now after the 2-yard carry by Talamoni. Ball to the Kailua 42. Coming off the field with the equipment problem is Clement Tauhari, linebacker, 6'2", 210, a senior. He's been responsible for shadowing Talamoni here since the young man has entered the game late in the 1st quarter.
And we almost
this
had
time,
a fumble on that one.
It'll be Fanoi Moana on the carries. He tries to sweep to the outside, but Kailua comes up and they stop him right about their own, call it the 35-yard line of the Surf Riders.
Canaveras and Choi Fu making the stop on that one. And my apologies, Al. We'll see here compliments of the National Guard replay. But Fanoi Moana, goes out to the right. And here's number 3, Canaveras. And there's number 4 putting a stop on him. And on that one there, Al, Fanoi Moana almost lost the ball again.
4th and 4. Ball at the 35 for Kahuku. And Manu Maleuna, trying to get the first down, will not get it. He will come up about a good 2 yards shy. It'll be Kailua football. At the Surf Riders, call it the 33. And a man down now for the Surf Riders, or correction, for the Kahuku Red Raiders. And we have not yet been able to make an identification. And now we'll be able to. Is getting up is big number 78 for the Red Raiders, and that is lineman Tonio Fonotti. 6'4", 300, a senior, one of the anchors of that Kahuku line, as he will be coming off the field. One of the two-way players for the Raiders. Plays both on the offense and on certain specialized downs on defense.
And his uncle, David Fanotti, used to play for the Kansas City Chiefs, Al.
From the 33, 1st and 10, 10:37 remaining, 2nd quarter. I formation. Cantabarris with the play-action fake. This will be well short of his intended receiver out there, John Kepa. 5'10", 170, a junior was the man he was trying to go to. His pass coming up well short, though.
And on that one there, the rush, the up-front rush, as we'll see here on the high school OIA replay, the rush up the middle, number 49, rushing him up the middle, causing the premature throw.
And that was one that I believe that the Surf Riders scored a touchdown on last weekend as a give to Brown this time on the 2nd down carry. Brown might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that will be it. Is coming up to meet him is big number 62, Hala Pongo, the defensive end, 6'1", 198, a senior.
Paango making the stop on that one, and it was just an awesome play because he, as you'll see it, he trails him, he comes down the line, and boom, he puts the hurting on him for no gain.
So 3rd down, 10 now from their own 33 for Kailua. They give to Alo. Alo picks his way through. Alo, first down yardage and more. Alo over midfield into Kahuku territory at the 46-yard line.
Kahuku's backs on that one now. They didn't, wrap up. You have Daniel, Mapao, Tupuola. They just didn't, they didn't put the arms around and put their head in their chest and put him to the ground. And you see Rocky Alo just making a heck of a good run out to the right, and it seems that nobody can stop him.
Slot I, nice cross block at the line of scrimmage on the previous play. Canterbury's trying to swing it out on the quarterback option. Might have got 1 yard out of this, if that.
Bryson Au making the put out on that one, pushing him out of bounds, forcing him out of bounds, or else he could have gone up the sideline. But as we'll see on the replay here, going up the sideline right here. Nice fake into the middle of the line. And there you have number 2. You have John Kepa, trailing him, for the pitch out just in case he needs it.
So now they say loss of 2, 2nd and 12, ball at the 48 of Kahuku. Out of the I formation, Brown off the angle, one man, and then finally wrapped up as he crosses the 40 into Kahuku territory, down around the 38-yard line, where he's finally stopped and just shy of the yard marker.
And at this point, it seems like, the Kahuku defense, they're not wrapping. They're not tackling correctly, as you'll see here. Keone Brown, right there, he could have had him. He missed him, number 6. Daniel Mapu and big number 76.
And on 3rd down, 2 from the 38. Kailua going for it, and they apparently have enough yardage for the first down as they get ahead to the 35 of Kahuku. And the ruling is first down.
That is another, like you said, Al, that is another Kahuku or Kailua first down. And look how they're doing it, Al. They're not passing. They're running it on the ground. They're putting it right to the Kahuku defense.
So first down from the Kahuku 35. Alo gets stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and they shut the door on him there, so no gain on the play. This will bring up 2nd down.
Puna Vindiola making the stop on that one, along with Alan Foster, who also came in to help out stopping him on that one.
So 2nd and 10, ball again at the 35 of Kahuku. Kailua now out of the split eye. Gives to the first man through. And this is Winchester running wild. Winchester to the end zone on a 35-yard run. Touchdown. Kailua. Oh, my. Surprise.
As Gomer Pyle would say, Al, surprise, surprise, surprise. Kahuku was thinking that they were going to run all over Kailua, but guess what, folks? We have a game here. Kahuku has really got to mind their P's and Q's, and they've got to get that high-powered run attack on the go, or else they're going to get stuffed. The 18th ranked in the nation being shut out thus far.
And the extra point kick is good. 14-0 Kailua. Oh my, what a surprise. 7:51 remaining second quarter. And Mike, as we said earlier, watching the way Kailua and Kahuku came out here, Kahuku has got to be, like I said, counting their blessings. They could be down 35-0 by now.
And here we'll see the handoff by Canterbury's to Billy Winchester right up the middle. He puts a move on this boy right here, kind of, knocks him out of his socks, and boom, right there. He had a chance to stop him, and that was number 11, Hiram Peters. No chance. 14 points for Kailua.
And this is going to somewhat, not entirely change Kahuku's, obviously their offensive approach, but certainly going to make things a little more difficult for the Red Raiders. Granted, they have sparsely used Talamoni this evening, but certainly he has shown that he is more than healthy enough to be able to play. But they are just making mistakes right and left and giving Kailua all sorts of good field position. And on the other side, defensively, they've given up a lot of yardage. Check out the replay.
We'll see here again. the blocking up front, he just smashes out. It looks like it was supposed to be, go off to the right, but right there, he sees an opening to the left, and boom, he sprints out, and there's another missed tackle, and that's thus far been, the downfall of the Kahuku defense is a lot of missed tackles, and just excellent, penetration by Kailua's offense.
And this is where the character check is going to come in, Mike. Obviously, how does Kahuku respond to this? They have been leading by tremendous margins throughout the season. Now find themselves here in the semifinals down 14-0. Obviously, a little bit of a gut check time for them.
This is not what Kahuku is used to. Like you said, Al, they're used to being up by, enormous amounts, and they find themselves behind. Like you said, this is gut-wrenching, gut check time for Kahuku.
And the kickoff sails deep. Floating, taking it at the 15, is the Red Raiders' Orlando Wong, a starting wide receiver. Has himself some running room.
Looks like he
has himself a zip lane. Look out. He'll cut it back, and he will go for the score.
And right there, that should be the game breaker right there, Al. Number 10, Orlando Wong, who is also a reserve quarterback, a 6-foot, 170-pound junior, taking it up the right side, seeing an opening back over the left side, and just outruns the coverage. And Al, they had an excellent chance right there. And it looks like they're going to be going for 1 point. And there's the man right there who made the play. Number 10, Orlando Wong.
85 yards for the touchdown. The extra point by Ashmore is good. 14-7. Now Kahuku coming back. Now how does Kailua absorb this blow? We'll see. But an 85-yard kickoff return with a couple of excellent blocks all along the way. And that one near midfield was a beauty.
And on this one here, we'll see here on the replay, and there he is, Wong making the stop, making the catch. He heads out to the right, to the left, as you see. Boom, nothing there. He goes back out to the right, and we'll see one heck of a hit that really sprung him coming up. It should be, well, we don't see it here, but there was one just off to the left of him that sprung that man right there for this touchdown. Excellent cutback on that play. 7 points, Kailua. 14 points for Kailua, 7 Kahuku. And like we said, Al, this is gut check time, and I think they just reached down inside the gut and pulled a little out. And I would not be a bit surprised to see Kahuku's defense, take some of the momentum that man right there just gave them.
So Majid Gorion, the punt returner, waits for it back around his own 20. This will drive him back to inside his 10. And he will come out with it, has himself a little bit of a lane. Now has himself some open field. Flag down, though. He comes down the sidelines, may have himself a zip lane, gets into Kahuku territory, deep around the 20, but hold the phone. We've got ourselves a flag. This may all be coming back.
On that one there, that was an awesome play. As you see, the man has a cast on his arm, and that was just an awesome run. Good blocking on the return team, but also, again, like we've been saying all night, Al, sloppy tackling on Kahuku's part.
And the Red Raiders counting their lucky stars, because if not for the penalty, Gorion had himself good field position for the Surf Riders deep into Kailua territory. And this will move the ball all the way back to Kailua's 15-yard line, where they will have the ball 1st and 10.
Illegal block. Let the receiving team do the run back.
Surf Riders have been here before, however.
And Al, thus far, Kailua has 4 penalties for 25 yards.
Cantabarris on the screen. Winchester gets run down as now the Kahuku defense putting the clamps to the Kailua offense.
And this is the type of Kahuku defense, Al, that we are used to seeing. where they're just a swarming defense. And as you see here, number 9, Malinge, making the stop, running him down from behind.
Loss of 4 on the play. 2nd and 14, ball back to the 11-yard line. Mishandled ball by Cantabarras. Has to eat it. And you can see tempers beginning to flare down there in the pit for Kahuku and Kailua.
And you're right, Al. On that one there, Cantabarras is lucky that he hung on to the ball. It looked like it hit the carpet and it bounced right back up, hit it, and he had enough gumption to pick the ball up, try and make something out of it. We'll see an all-sport replay here, and there it was. Again, yeah, he picks it right up off the carpet, and alert play by the Kahuku defense of stopping him for a loss.
So 6 minutes and change remaining in the second quarter. Kailua trying to run it out of there behind Winchester. Winchester gets back to the original line of scrimmage +1, but that will be it. This, of course, will give some room, though, for the Kailua punter to be able to get the ball out. Won't have to stand back in his own end zone at least.
And I tell you, Al, it looks like, big number 21 there, Billy Winchester is kind of winded a little bit because he has been a workhorse and, a big bulldozer, I guess you could say, for the Kailua, offense.
And the way the Surf Riders have played in this first half, Kahuku is lucky that they are not down by a bunch at this point of the ball game with the early turnovers, the interceptions, the poor tackling, and the fumble on inside deep in their own territory. They could very easily at this point be down something like almost 35-7 at this juncture.
And you're right, though. Kahuku is extremely lucky, and in one aspect, Al, we have to give credit, to the Kahuku defense. We're right down here on the very first turnover of the game where they stopped it. They had the defense, ready to go, and field goal was no good, off to the right. That was one dodge. Another dodge they had to punt the ball. Kailua had to punt the ball, and you're right. Kahuku, should count their blessings that they are not down more than just 7 points. It could be, like you said, down 35.
Orlando Wong, who set sail with an 85-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, drops back deep into deep safety, waiting for the punt. And this very poor Kailua punt gets out to about maybe the 41, maybe the 42 of the Surf Riders. This will give Kahuku excellent field position.
And coming up the middle on that one for Kahuku was Loa Morasco. He almost got a hand on that one, Al. It was just unbelievable that, he didn't get it because he was very, very close.
So 1st and 10 from the Kailua 40 for Kahuku. Out of the I formation. On the carry, Talamoni weaves his way downfield inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So first down for the Kahuku Red Raiders in one chunk of yardage there by Talamoni on the run.
And we'll see here on the replay courtesy Zippies. Talamoni heading out to the right. And then he cuts back to the left, sees an opening, and just scoots up the middle for first down yardage.
At 6 feet, does an excellent job of keeping the head up and watching the blocking and using his upper body strength to slap away the defenders. Talamoni again. But nothing doing this time as the heart of that Kailua defense stacks him up. Might have made one, if that.
And there's Clement Tahari making the stop on that one up the middle after a gain of 1 yard, making it second down and 9 yards to go with 4:28 to go in this second quarter.
From the Kailua 29, they go upstairs to Foster as he hooks up with Fanoi Moana downfield for a nice gain of 5 on the play.
Cathcart making the stop on that one now after a two-step drop. Fanoi Moana firing the ball out to the right, a short gain to Alan Foster.
He has the longest windup Fanoi Moana does when he throws that ball out there. I formation, slot man to the upside. And upstairs again goes Fanoi Moana. As he slings out this time to Manu Maliuna, who come up about a yard short. They're going to say now he went out at the 21, so he will come up about a yard short on the play. This will bring up 4th down 1.
We'll see here on the replay where number 34. Yep. He made a good block in the back to keep him, from being hit. For Fanoi Moana, enable him to throw out to Manu Maliuna.
So double tight ends for Kahuku to the upside. They give it to Talamoni. He angles ahead, 1st down yardage and more, but a flag goes flying in the meantime.
And that one now looks like it comes in the way of holding on Kahuku's part. And they don't look like they're very happy on that.
So from a 4th and 1, this will back them up into a 4th and 6 and put the ball back around the 26-yard line of the Surf Riders.
And I don't think they're going to start out.
Legal procedure on the offense, 5 yards, repeat 4th down.
I don't think they'll be kicking a field goal or even punting on this one, Al, because it's a little bit too close, and it just wouldn't be smart football sense.
4th and 6 from the 26. Talamoni, this time they're going to come with Fiatoa in the backfield with Manu Maliuna, double tight ends. Man to the near side is Thompson. Option pass, Fiatoa, downfield, Thompson, wide open, touchdown. The defensive back overrunning the play, and Thompson staying with the concentration, hauls it in for the touchdown on the halfback option from Fiatoa. Well executed play that time.
That was an extremely well executed, well conceived play on that one.
Extra point kick by Ashmore is up, and it is good. So 14 all our score with 2:37 remaining in the half.
And Kahuku seems like that run back, Al, put some spark into their offense. It says, okay, guys, we're going to do it now. And we'll see here on the replay, number 20, Kaipo Faitao is not watching the ball. He was watching the man, and when the ball came, Thompson made the cut, catch the ball, 7 points.
Brother Choi Fu, the defender downfield, and Thompson making the grab, doing an excellent job of staying with the play, and Choi Fu overrunning it. Not able to really come back and make much of a play on that as Fiatoa launched a shot downfield.
And you see how poised on that one, Al, that Faitoa looked. He stopped, he set his feet, and then launched it. It's just like he's been playing quarterback his whole life. And that was a beautiful throw.
So 2:37 remaining in the half. 14 all our score. Kahuku with 14 points here in the second stanza. Kailua getting their first 7 in the first quarter. Could have easily been up 21-0 following all the turnovers, or at the very least 17-0. But finally taking advantage of a Kahuku fumble and some very poor tackling on the part of the Red Raiders. And Kailua goes up 14-0, and now Kahuku has come back with 14 unanswered points to tie it up.
And on that one there, Al, on that last touchdown, it was interesting because just before the ball was snapped, Talamoni runs off the field, and number 20, Kaipo Faitoa, runs into the field, into the background, the backfield, I should say, excuse me, and boom, there it goes.
Cathcart and Gorion back deep to receive. A short kick, though, by Kahuku, and Kailua gets it in good field position at the 41. Check it out here.
As you see, the pooch kick on this one here, it goes about maybe 15, 20 yards, and then you have Justin Clevenger making the recovery.
Alo on the first down carry, tackled in his backfield, loses 2 to the 39. As coming in there for Kahuku is Pupi Toilupe, the defensive tackle, 6 feet 230, a senior, to make the stop.
And like we said, Al, the defense was inspired by that kickoff return. They figured they have got to get something going, and right there, Orlando Wong got it for him.
From the 39, 2nd and 12. Brown is corralled in his own backfield, makes it back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
You have Tupola as well as number 49 at Sterling Naki making the stop on that one. As you see, the handoff going to Keone Brown off to the right, and he sees nothing, and then he just gets stuffed for a loss of 2 yards.
Tupola, we should point out, Mike, the main reason why Kahuku able to turn things around and tie it up at 14-all. If not for some of his stops in that first quarter, Kailua could be up at this juncture, as we were saying, anywhere from 17 to 34 points.
And this is very true, Al. And we see here Hawaiian Airlines homecoming WAC football games. San Jose State versus your Hawaii Rainbows. Saturday, November 7th, Aloha Stadium, 6:05 p.m. Come out and wish them on.
And back to action here at Aloha Stadium. Minute 38 remaining in the first half. 14-all our score in a very surprising game that saw Kailua jump out to a 14-0 lead before Kailua, or rather I should say before Kahuku, strung together a pair of touchdowns. One of them a stunning 85-yard TD return by Orlando Wong. 3rd down 12, ball at the 39 of Kailua. Alo trapped in the backfield as they tried to work the double reverse. Nothing doing. This will bring up 4th down.
And on that one there, Alo tried, it's a little bit of razzle-dazzle on that one. Kailua tried, but to no avail. Number 49, Sterling Naki, came in on that one, kind of spoiled it for him. As we'll see on the replay right here, he didn't let him really hand it off, and he played the spoiler, came back, and he actually made the tackle.
So that brings up 4th down 14. Ball back at the 37 now for Cantabaras, who punt it with Wong and company awaiting for it. Back around their own 27-yard line. Cantabaras gets a nice leg, line drive. Orlando Wong will back up on this and field it inside his 25. Back to his 20. And they're going to sling him down at his 15, down to the 13-yard line as Kailua got a hold of a Wong and would not let go.
Oh, now when there, Al, his momentum carried him up to the 19-yard line, so that's where it's going to, start out at right there. He's going to, we'll see here on the replay, the ball was kicked, and Wong tries, he's heading out to the right, and right there, his forward momentum, puts him up around an 18-yard line, and that's where the ball ends up.
Boy, Billy Winchester took a hold of Orlando Wong as if he were Jesse the Body Ventura. Now, Governor-elect Ventura. As trying to surge out of there now is Fiatoa on 1st and 10 from the 23 of Kahuku.
Kaipo Fitoa. And we have a timeout for Kahuku. And on that last ball, let me say, Al, he headed out to the right and then shook back left, for a nice game. And you see there, Kailua with 6 first downs. You have Kahuku, surprising, with 5 first downs. And you have the score, which is also surprising, being as the high-powered offense and defense that both of these teams have. However, Kahuku, normally they're up by a humongous, score. It's 14-14 with 26 seconds left in this quarter, Al.
And if Kahuku pulls out this win this evening and advances, the coming practice, the coming week, he's going to be telling his boys, hey, you have better had learned something of this. You don't go walking on any field taking anybody lightly, because next up, more than likely will probably be Waianae, although they still have to get by Farrington, and Farrington certainly is an improved team from when they last played Waianae and went down to them 30-7 at midseason. 2nd and 7, ball at the 26 of Kahuku. Fanoi Moana has an open man in the middle of that Kailua zone, but into and out of the hands that time of Alan Foster, the 5'10", 150-pound senior wide receiver.
You know, now when there, he made a beautiful fake going up the right side. Fanoi Moana making a beautiful throw, and he looked it in right there, and I think he was trying to run before he actually had possession of the ball, Al.
Side-by-side coverage on Foster that time. Brings up 3rd and 7 now from the Kahuku 26, the I formation. And this is Talamoni. Talamoni, first down yardage and more. Talamoni to midfield before they finally horse collar him down inside Kailua territory at the 47.
Talamoni just, got on his horse, and he was just raring to go. And there's only 12 seconds left in this, the second quarter of the game, Al.
Kailua trying to salvage a halftime tie as Kahuku going to go upstairs here. The deep pass to the middle. As that time they tried to go downfield to the intended receiver on the play, Sau, I believe. William Sau, the tight end.
You know what, Al, after that ball, I was watching the clock. After that ball hit the ground, there was 2 seconds left that should not have ticked off that clock. So there should be 4 seconds left on the clock instead of 2. However, it looks like the referees are going to let it go since it's, coming down towards the end of the quarter.
2nd and 10, ball at the 47 of Kailua. Kahuku looking to go upstairs one more time here. The pass complete for the first down to Alan Foster. And this will burn out the remaining time in the first half as both schools will exit to the locker room with a 14-14 tie. And I'll tell you what, Mike, as the saying goes, who would have thunk it?
And there's another saying, Al, like you said, it's 14-14. Kailua, tied with Kahuku. Now, Kahuku is used to, being up an exuberant amount of points by this time. But wait till the second half. There's maybe better things to come.
So at halftime, 14 all our score between Kailua and Kahuku. Stay tuned. Second half action with Blaine Cowie and company coming up.
It's anybody's ball game here at the Aloha Stadium. 14-14 tie between the Kahuku Red Raiders and the Kailua Surf Riders. Blaine Kawe joined alongside Dominic Radera here for the second half. Mistakes came early and often for Kahuku, but a little bit of razzle-dazzle towards the end brings them back to the 14-14 tie. And you see this ball going out of bounds off the hands of Leonard Peters. Peters having a rough go of it so far here this evening on special teams.
Everybody's got to keep a handle on the ball. And you talked about saves. You are correct, Blaine. For Kahuku, they had 2 defensive stands back in the first half. One coming after a fumble and a punt returned by Kahuku. And then after that, it was a play that they stood Kailua to the 2-yard line, and no result for Kailua that time. And now here we see Kahuku.
This is Talamoni. Talamoni with the ball, and he's got some room upfield. Good block upfield being made there by Kahuku's Thomas Thompson. That springs Talamoni for an extra 10 yards.
Talamoni showing his skills, his shiftiness, gets the yards they need, and another Kahuku first down. Let's take a look at this replay again. There you see the excellent blocking, just follows his blockers up the field, and after that, he's got to make up his own yardage there, and he does get a first down for the Red Raiders.
Talamoni, the deep back here in the I formation. 1st and 10 from the 43. And this time, Talamoni getting upended at the defensive line. Making the play there for Kailua, Clement Tahari, the linebacker, along with number 51, Makaha'a Wolfgram.
Well, what you saw there, Wolfgram read the play well, saw the oncoming Talamoni. Wolfgram to stay with it and made the stop.
2nd down and 9 from the 44. Fullback with the ball. Struggling forward for yardage there is number 44, Douglas Nawahine of Kahuku.
Kahuku is getting a number of running backs into the show tonight, trying to see what they can do with all of their weapons. It's time they go with the fullback, the up man, tries to make up those yards, and is stopped as the Surf Riders really played well on defense that time to stop the rush by Kahuku.
2 receivers split out to the near side on 3rd and 6. A little bit of play action. This is Talamoni, the big guy with room to go. Talamoni looking for the end zone. 1 man to beat. Touchdown, Kahuku.
53 yards. Talamoni can't be stopped. He's the hottest running back Kahuku has tonight. And he surpasses the century mark in rushing yards tonight with 9 carries, 104 yards. He's doing it well tonight. And he gets a score here for Kahuku to put now them inside the lead.
Talamoni, maybe the hottest Kahuku running back during the whole season. There you see the extra point conversion is up and good. And Kahuku on their first possession of the second half jumps out to a 7-point advantage here over Kailua.
And as we see the replay once more, here's a touchdown run. Talamoni goes through the middle and he breaks towards the outside. After that, no blue shirts in sight as Talamoni uses his speed. Only play there was Rada Choi Fu to get in the picture, but no chance of getting the rushing Talamoni. And that puts Kahuku on board now with their first lead tonight. They've been trailing here, Blaine, in the early goings, but they've answered with 3 touchdowns in a row. And Kailua still has yet to score after making those 2 first touchdowns.
21 unanswered offensive points for Kahuku. 1:33 seconds on that last drive, and let's see if they kick it deep or go for the onside kick here.
Kahuku has been known to go with those onside kicks, and they have been successful picking it up.
Ashmore, the kicker, and we have an offside penalty here against Kahuku. Puna Vendiola getting a good head start headed downfield, and maybe just a little bit of too much of a head start.
A dead ball foul, encroachment on the kicking team. 5 yards, re-kick.
Everyone has to be behind where the ball's lined up before kickoff. And like you said, there was a head start given to Kahuku before the ball was kicked off, and they're charged with 5-yard penalty.
See Kahuku huddling up just behind the ball, which is now placed at the 35-yard line following the 5-yard penalty. Kailua getting ready for the onside kick as they stack the front. And this short kick, anybody's ball, and there you see falling on it for the Kailua Surf Riders is Mike Cathcart. Kailua looked like they're about ready to let Kahuku down the football, but Kahuku wouldn't down that ball in that instance. They get possession if they fall on that football. Cathcart with the heads-up play. Kailua to start off around their own 30.
You're right, that is a live ball, and there are Kailua Surf Riders in the area, and they're not being able to pick up the ball as it takes a pretty bad hop. And luckily there, Cathcart comes up with the ball and saves the fumble.
Kailua bunching their formation, one back. Play action. Check that, they do give it to the running back, but he gets stuffed at the defensive line. Kailua trying to sweep everybody from the left side of the line. Carrying the ball for Kailua, Rocky Alo.
Well, they're going to have to keep it with their game plan. And you don't want to keep feeding the giant. Kahuku is finally waking them up as they're now up ahead by 7.
Second and 10. This time they go with the play action on the sweep, firing downfield, and this ball is caught for first down yardage. Kailua's tight end coming up with the ball. Jacob Capono with the reception. Capono had a big catch earlier in the first quarter. They will give him the reception at the 42-yard line.
Oh, this meant it all. Here you see the southpaw passing the ball. Not a pretty good pass, but right there on the impact of going down onto the turf was Capono, and he makes a good first down.
They pitch it back to Alo on first down, and Tavo Tupola there to greet him along the far side. The strong safety Tupola has been everywhere on the field so far, and we have a player down for Kahuku. This might be Tupola, who had a tremendous collision with Rocky Alo.
Here we see the pitch out by Cantabarras, and they go to their back, who has been there all season long, Rocky Alo. But he gets stopped. He gets a few yards on the play.
And you see Tupola there rolling over onto his back, shaken up on the play. Tupola credited with the tackle, but now concerned for Kahuku's strong safety. Stops the clock with 9:07 left to play here in the third quarter. 21-14 the score here between Kahuku and Kailua. Coach Darren Johnson with his 8-0 Surf Rider team coming out of the White Conference. The lone White Conference team left in the OIA playoffs here in semifinal action.
You're right. This is where the tougher teams from the Red Conference take over. But here's Kailua's chance to move on in this ball game, as they're just down by 7 points. They haven't been able to score after Kahuku comes with 3 touchdowns.
And hopefully for Kahuku fans, Tupola is okay. He has been their defensive stalwart so far. So Tupola will receive medical attention here along the sideline. We'll give you an update as soon as we get one. 2nd and 7 from the 45. dive play straight up the middle to Keone Brown. Running back Rocky Alo has received much of the press attention, much of the notoriety for Kailua, but Keone Brown has a better rushing average per carry. Brown, an explosive runner for Kailua.
Well, that shows you his silent attack on the offensive end, but he's been a good complement for Rocky Alo.
Another pitch back. Brown stiff arms one man, and he'll go out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Gain of just a yard on 3rd and 5, and let's see if Kailua opts to punt the ball here.
Rocky Alo, correction, Keone Brown on the handoff had a good stiff arm on Bryson Al to get that extra added yards, but yet not enough for a first down, and it looks like the punt team is showing up.
Some confusion on the field. Play clock now down to 7 seconds. Kailua needs to hurry up. Now down to 2. They're running a fake. A pitch back goes behind the pitchman. Kahuku picks up the football. It's a foot race. Kahuku's Hiram Peters into the end zone. Touchdown, Kahuku.
"32-yard fumble return. Peters picks up the ball. And that's scary. When they went for the punt and they went for the fake, when you do that kind of fakes, you're going to prove costly if it does mess up. And that time, a bad pitch and picking up on a good hop was Peters for 32 yards, and that puts more Kahuku into the lead.
Ashmore's kick is up, and it is wide to the right. The score remains 27-14 following that fumble return by Hiram Peters. Peters last week returned an interception for a touchdown. He scores for the second consecutive week in a row, this time off a fumble.
Well, he's on a streak of touchdowns. Let's take a look at this replay. Here's Cantabaris waiting for the punt. They put the fake. That's Tahari, and a bad pitch there. Ball takes a good hop, and Hiram Peters picks up the 32-yard return, and now it's a 27-14 game. Kahuku now in the driver's seat.
Peters with his hand up in the air, the motto for Kahuku this year, Red Raiders for life. Playing off a wrestling theme. A lot of the coaches and the fans with red shirts. There you see it, Red Raider for life. First coined by the NWO of the World Championship Wrestling, I believe. Had a chance to watch some TV over the last few weeks.
And if you were in Minnesota, you'd probably vote for Jesse the Body Ventura.
(27-14) now the score. 27 consecutive points now for Kahuku against Kailua. Kailua was able to capitalize on early Kahuku errors, but now Kailua the one making the errors on special teams. There you see back to receive Roger Mahit Gorian. Gorian, very dangerous so far here tonight. Let's see if they kick it to him. Short little flare picked up at the 25-yard line by Mike Cathcart, and Cathcart gets taken down to the turf at the 27.
That time as a return by Cathcart. Kahuku's just overpowering on the special teams right now. By the time Cathcart got the return, very good hang time on the kickoff. Got the special teams through the front line real quickly, surrounded Cathcart, and Cathcart had nowhere to go, no one to block, get a block from.
Lincoln Manutai leading the charge for Kahuku. A penalty marker on the play. This should go against the Red Raiders as they had 12 men on the field. Kahuku trying to make a late defensive substitution. I do not believe they got off the field in time.
And it is showing illegal participation on the field. It's going to cost Kahuku.
And the Red Raiders able to stuff that last running play by Kailua, but the 5-yard penalty coming up here.
A illegal substitution on the defense. 5 yards. Repeat first down.
Kahuku's 4 penalties for 25 yards.
Quarterback keeping the ball, and he'll race out of bounds at the first down marker. Chico Cantiveros trying to get first down yardage, and he'll be awfully close. Let's see where they spot it.
And it shows that he's got it. He's got the first down. We'll take a look at this one more time. There you see Keone Brown riding Cantiveros. Then he comes upfield, makes a block, and just got there. Got the left foot in there rather quickly before stepping out of bounds, and he does get the first down.
Cantiveros loses the football. Still loose. Cantiveros picks it up. Now he'll try to do something with it, and he will go down back at the 30-yard line. 7-yard loss on the play. Bearing down on him, Loa Marasco.
Here you see on a snap, as he takes it from the center, Lokahi Travis. Not a very good exchange there. And Cantiveros comes up with the ball after it comes out of that traffic there and loses the yards and making a stop was Marasco.
2nd and 17. Cantiveros going deep, has a man, and this one is just a little bit too far wide of John Kepa downfield. Hiram Peters on coverage.
Kailua is not really helping the cause. They're trailing now. At one time they had the lead and were tied.
Brings up 3rd and 17 from the 30-yard line. Kailua needs to get to their own 47 for a first down. Cantiveros looking downfield, and this one a little bit too far of his man, and pass interference coming up here. John Kepa, the intended receiver once again, and Kailua may catch a defensive break here. Kepa actually looked like he turned the wrong way on the pattern, broke back outside. And that's where I believe Kahuku's Leonard Peters got a hand on his jersey. Red Raiders fans voicing their disapproval, and there you can see the reaction from Coach Siwaki Levi.
Pass interference on the defense. 15 yards. Automatic first down.
Receiver it looks like he had an opportunity to make that catch had he put the speed on, and then the grab from behind really stopped him from actually making a catch.
Cantiveros lost another one upfield, and that one a very dangerous pass.
That looked like a meter coming from the stars. That ball was thrown way off.
Three consecutive passing plays now for Kailua, who have gone almost exclusively to the ground game. The lineup in the I formation here on 2nd and 10 from the 45. Back to the ground they go, and it goes nowhere. Rocky Alo getting the ball, and he'll lose a couple of yards. $11 yards to go for first down yardage here on 3rd down. Receivers split out to either side. They'll pitch it back. Looking for the halfback pass. Going back for Cantiveros. But too much penetration along the line of scrimmage by the Kahuku defense disrupts that trick play.
Kahuku used that same play for a touchdown back in the first half. Kailua come in with their own play, but this one is unsuccessful as the ball thrown was way off, and the throw was thrown across the other side of the field, which is not going to help anything, where the first down was at the Kahuku 45.
Keone Brown there. Looked like he was trying to throw back to the quarterback, and maybe the quarterback in turn catching the ball, throwing it back downfield. Penalty marker down on this punt. Brown rolling out to the right, turned all the way back across the other way, but the quarterback actually in front of him. So even if
Dead ball
Canty
foul.
Barrows,
False start. On the offense, 5 yards. Repeat fourth down.
so even if the quarterback Canty Barrows caught that pass, he couldn't throw it downfield. Surf Riders now back in their own 38 for the punt. Bryson Au and Orlando Wong back to receive. Au muffs the punt. And now Au looking for some room. Bryson Au cutting back, and he has blockers upfield and a long way to go. Au trying to beat the punter, and Canty Barrows nudges him out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. Penalty marker down on this play back at the Kahuku 39. Let's see if this all comes back. Bryson Au with a wide open freeway here along the near sideline. And this will come back.
Equipping by the receiving team doing the run back.
First and 10 from the 39 now. 6:16 left to play here in quarter number 3. There's a nice move there by the big guy. Talamoni out to about the 39. That is good for 13 yards and a first down.
You gotta like that. You saw that play. He had a jump start, took a hop for a big guy at 6 feet, 204 pounds. So you take a look at the replay. So one hops over his own lineman, breaks a tackle. That's the forward progress and gets a first down.
Talamoni again. This time hit in the backfield initially by Jesse Keolana Kamakea. And Keolana Kamakea gets some help from the rest of his defensive counterparts to bring down Talamoni.
And Talamoni didn't give up without a fight. Makes up for the yards that he was hit in the backfield. Here it is again. He gets stand up first by Kamakea and still drives the defenders.
Hand off to the fullback, and there's a thunderous crack being laid out there. Surf Riders Clement Tahari lowering the boom.
And you could hear the boom from up here in the press box. Here is a Generation Next replay. There you see the hit applied to Navahine. And he's got stopped, no gain there, and it'll be a third down situation for the Red Raiders.
27-14 the score. Kahuku up on top. Funoimuan on the play action hit as he fires, but finds Dre Manu Malayuna. Manu Malayuna a bull as he just continues to run into players. He'll be just shy of first down yardage, and I believe one of the Kailua defenders has a cramp. Makaha'a Wolfgram, the defensive lineman, now holding his right leg on the turf. The Kahuku and Kailua trainers now out to try to keep him down on the turf. Watch the replay of the reception.
Here you see it. Fanoi Moana just barely got the pass off down the field. Just short of making a first down.
Don't forget the Stadium Stars have the entire ILH and OIA football seasons games that are played here at Dilo Stadium up for sale. Give us a call, 486-9557 for more information. Blaine Kaui joined alongside here by Dominic Radera. And Dominic Kahuku with 27 unanswered points after being down 14-0.
They had a rough start. In fact, both teams have rough starts, giving up the ball and fumbles lost, and then the penalties in both squads. And then finally, Kahuku got things rolling. Got a pair of touchdowns to tie things up.
We'll come back to action here at the Aloha Stadium. Once again, the score 27-14. Back here at the Aloha Stadium, Blaine Kaui and Dominic Radera as Makaha'a Wolfgram is helped off the field. On 4th and short yardage to go, they'll hand it off here for Kahuku. And the fullback should be close to first down yardage. I believe they have it.
And they do. Here, you take a look at the replay. Here you see the run. Manu Maliuna got the run. He almost got so fast that he almost ripped the arms off of his quarterback, Fanohe Moana.
Clock continues to roll. Here is Talamoni. Talamoni has more running room. A wrestle down to the turf by Tahari. But not before Talamoni with another substantial gain on first down.
Talamoni proves to be a threat to the Kailua defense. Every time he passes through from the inside, he looks for the sidelines, and that's where he proves deadly, where he makes all of his yards. There you see him going, looking for the sidelines, turns upfield, and finally making a stop there for the Surf Riders.
9-yard pickup there for Talamoni. 2nd and 1. They'll hand it off to Latuselu. Latuselu makes the move as he turns it around the corner. Kala Latuselu, touchdown, Red Raiders. The rushing offense has come alive here at the Aloha Stadium for Kahuku.
That's what I'm watching Talamoni run. That time, again, breaking towards the outside and makes up the yardage down the sidelines. This time he enters the end zone and get a touchdown.
And a timeout being called here on the extra point attempt. Kala Latuselu with that rumble downfield. Stops the clock at 2:53.
And here is that touchdown replay. Laticelo's watching Talamoni from the sidelines, and this time he does the same thing, this time on the opposite side of the field.
Kala Latuselu there with the score, pushing the Kahuku advantage now to 33-14. 19-point differential now between Kahuku and Kailua, and what a turnaround compared to that first quarter.
Just had to get the wheels going, and they did. Kahuku is a team that keep feeding them. They get better and better throughout the whole ball game.
Some of the fans here enjoying the semifinal action of the OIA from Kahuku and Kailua. Both groups of fans traversing the freeways to come over here to the Aloha Stadium on a Thursday evening. You got to remember, a lot of these folks work and have school tomorrow.
Especially these two teams got quite a distance.
Now the fans trying to see who's got more spirit, and Kahuku to go for 2 points here on the conversion. Thompson, the man in motion. Punoy Moana with a little bit of time, fires low, and the catch is made. Conversion is good to Kahuku's Orlando Wong.
Punoy Moana almost ran out of time there. Getting pressure, and Needles one through the defense, and the 2 points is successful.
The scoreboard here at the stadium reads 35-14 in favor of Kahuku. Now Darren Johnson's troops back out onto the field with some work to do.
And here is that 2-point conversion. There you see the time used by Punoy Moana, and finally he's getting pressured. That ball almost hit the turf, and luckily making the grab with his fingertips and scooping that up was Wong.
Ashmore there lining up the football, getting ready to kick it away. Cathcart watches this ball take a hop, and it will skip out of bounds. So Kailua, if they opt to take the ball, will get it back on the 35-yard line.
And most times they will. Pretty good field position from the 35. I think it's just a strategy by Kahuku. You don't want to suffer a big return by the special teams of Kailua. So
Procedure on a kicking team, decline. Kailua elects to kick the ball on the 35.
they'll kick it out of bounds, and why not? I mean, suffer the 35 yards and let your defense handle the problem. Either that, if you had a strong-legged kicker, he would kick it down to the end zone and get the touchback and have the ball at the 20.
Kailua opens up this formation in the I. Rocky Alo struggling for yardage. Will get to about the 39. Gain of 4 yards for Rocky Alo, who has found the going very tough here against the Kahuku defense in the second half. Alo, who was actually attending Kahuku for just a little while before transferring out to Kailua. Second and 6, a little misdirection here to Keone Brown. Brown trying to break the tackle of Kahuku's Leonard Peters, but Peters wouldn't let go.
That's what you call a sure grip. You know, Peters got to stop. Keone Brown trying to make up the yards, but Peters says, nope, you ain't going nowhere. You're just going to go back to the turf.
3rd and 7 now for Kailua. Conti Barrels quick slant, finds his man, but through the hands of his intended target, Justin Kaihinui.
Pass was on target to the receiver, although it was just too high as the receiver is just trying to cut in and get the reception. See Canterbury's fires. It's a leap high into the air, and it's 4th down.
Wong back to receive the punt along with Ao, number 12. And this is Orlando Wong. Wong has returned to kick already. Wong bounces off a man before he's brought down at the 40-yard line by Robert Law.
Tell you what, this Wong kid's very explosive.
Now, Orlando Wong is scheduled on the depth chart as the third quarterback, but he is so explosive catching the football and running back kicks. It would be awfully hard to put him in behind center. Fanoy Moana completes his pass. This is to Alan Foster. Foster shoved out of bounds at 46. A minute, 7 seconds and counting left to play here in the third quarter. 35-14 ball game. Kahuku with the advantage. Fullback with the ball, picks up about a yard or two. Bring up third and short for Kahuku.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go with the run game. That's been their sure thing all season long, and with the rate Talamone is going tonight.
See the handoff to the fullback with some running room. This is Nawahine. Nawahine just pushing tacklers away as he's taken down at the 25-yard line.
Nawahine tucks that ball very well as he goes through traffic and just bounces off all his defenders and makes the yards for a first down.
Nawahine encouraging the Kahuku fans here along the near sideline as that was the final play of the third quarter. 35-14 now in favor of Kahuku. Coming out of the locker rooms, this was a 14-14 ball game. Dominic, what kind of adjustments has Kahuku made coming out of the lockers?
Well, the thing was they had a tough start on offense. Kailua was coming up on a high, and it looks like Kailua has now been exhausted by the power running game of Kahuku. And Kahuku has at least 3 or 4 different backs and they can look to. And they're not just small backs and shifty. They'll go head on with you and just crash into you and make the yards from there. So I think right now it's a Kahuku power offense on the running game that's really softened up this Kailua defense.
And the size and speed of the Kahuku defense has been able to slow down Kailua's rushing game.
And you're correct on that, as Rocky Alo hasn't put up the numbers he did all regular season in the White Conference for the OIA.
Rocky Alo, the leading rusher in the OIA's White Conference. His team now down by 21 points, 1st and 10 from the 25. This is Kala Latuselu. Latuselu gets about 5 yards down at the 20-yard line. And a correction on the ball carrier. That is Kaipo Fiatoa.
And there we talked about the different backs they've been able to shift around and use. And they all became successful in their running game.
Fiatoa, as you may recall, with the halfback pass into the end zone for Kahuku's second touchdown. Pass here by Fanoy Moana, too far in front of his intended target, Foster. Ball is brought back to the 20-yard line, 3rd and 5.
Here you take a look at Generation Next replay. Pass way in front. In fact, Foster wasn't even looking at the pass. He didn't turn in as soon as the pass was off. Could have been intercepted. That would have made up for Kailua.
Nainoa Foe there on coverage for Kailua with the opportunity. 3rd and 5, just a quick pass into the outs. And making the catch is Orlando Wong. That is good for a first down.
Does a job on special teams, and here he does on the offensive end. And he keeps the drive alive for Kahuku. They're just knocking the time off of this clock, and this time they go for the pass for the first down as you take a look at this all-sport replay. Defense just playing way too back behind the receiver. It's causing them to get the first downs.
This is Latu Selu taken down in the backfield.
And that's a part for Kailua that's going to work a lot more as Jacob Capono on defense makes a play. And they've been off and on this rush defense, which they need to keep throughout this whole ball game.
Loss of 2 yards in the last play, 2nd and 12 from the 15. Play action as they give the misdirection and wide open room into the end zone goes Nawahine. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
That got the defense off guard. The pitch fake by Funoe Moana, and you got to give credit to the fullback that time, Nawahine. He had the discipline to hold up for some time and get the handoff from Funoe Moana, and after that, the defense looking towards that pitch gets faked and open end zone for Kahuku.
Conversion is good by Ashmore. And the number 18 team in the USA Today Top 25 poll has taken control of this football game. 42-14 now the score with 10:15 left to play.
Here it is. There you see the reverse pitch. And Nawahine, no one gets in his face, and there you see the touchdown, and now 42-14 is a score. Looks like Kahuku is going to put this one on a shelf unless Kailua can come back into this. But for Kailua now, they're going to have to look to big plays to start happening.
Maybe see if Chico Contiveros, the quarterback, can air a few out along the sidelines, try to take advantage of the Kahuku secondary. Get a look at Nawahine there and his scoring run once again. Nawahine with the signal for Kahuku. Momentum back in their favor. Up until this point, no OIA team in this playoff tournament has scored more than 7 points against Kahuku. Kailua here with 14, but they trail 42-14. And there you see the kick being fielded and taken out of bounds at the 12-yard line by Keone Brown. So Kailua with bad field position as well, back at the 12-yard line, a long way to go for a touchdown.
And here is that all-sport replay on the kickoff return. Who knows, that might have, if Keone Brown let it go, it might have gone out of bounds and he could have had the ball at the 35. Who knows what kind of bounce it would have taken. But the way how the ball was bouncing tonight, it could have.
Brown, the junior, trying to make something happen, though, for his football team. Red Raiders all over that play against Rocky Alo.
Kailua hasn't gone to the air often tonight. They keep going with their running game, which really hasn't been in effect against the Kahuku defense.
Second and 9. This is Brown. Brown trying to turn it around the corner, and that is where he meets Kahuku's Leonard Peters. So Peters, who has lost the ball in a couple of special teams returns, has come back defensively and made a couple of big hits against Kailua's running backs.
Here's the all-sport replay once more. There you see Brown following Winchester. But see the shiftiness of the Kahuku defense shades where the running back's going to go to. And this defense has a lot of speed and power at the same time.
3rd down and 10. Draw play. Brown staying on his feet, and Peters meets him once again there along the far side. Pickup of maybe 3 or 4 yards, about 6 yards short of first down yardage.
Let's look at Zippy's Restaurants replay. 3rd down situation, they go with the run. Again, Keone Brown stumbling his way, and that's going to stall time, and this quick defense going to pick you right up, push you right out of bounds, and not much of a gain that time.
Contiveros back to punt. Al and Wong, the 2 returnmen for Kahuku. One player late coming onto the field for Kailua special teams, but a lot of time left on the play clock. Punt rush is on. Contiveros gets it away, but a line drive kick that takes a Kahuku hop, and that is down at the 28-yard line. 14 yards on the punt. Kahuku with good field position once again. 8:37 left to play here in this semifinal matchup. 42-14 the score. Kahuku with the lead. Red Raiders now with an opportunity to start to work on the clock. Panoy Moana going all the way into the end zone and incomplete.
Just when you said they're going to work the clock, they go for a pass, and they're looking to score more.
Kavika Kaita on coverage of Thomas Thompson. Kahuku looking for it all there on 1st and 10 from the 29. Latu Selu checks into the game as a deep back. And there you see the handoff. This is Fiatoa. Ball came loose, Wong with it, but they're going to say that play is dead back at about the 24.
Whistles blew in. Orlando Wong wants to do everything tonight.
Wong with a lot of energy here tonight, going after the loose balls, running even after the play is over. Now, if he's anything like my younger brother or some of the kids in my friend's A+ program, all that Halloween candy from last week might be kicking in here on this football game. And there you see running down the sideline is Ikili Kahele. Kahele knocked out of bounds at the 10. Hekili Kahele, a 5'9", 151-pound junior running back, getting the call and getting a good amount of yardage here on this play.
Tell you, Kahuku has so much weapons. Everybody can take a break and probably can sit on the side and just watch the other guys do the work.
See the quick pitch back once again. Hekili Kahele getting the call and down at about the 11-yard line.
Heck of a hit by Kavika Kaita and stayed with him as well. Sprint replay, so you pitch out. Kaita follow his man. There you see it. Right in the gut.
3rd down and 9 from the 9-yard line. Latu Selu met at about the 6-yard line, and that is where Kailua takes him down. Rada Choi Fu leading the defensive charge for Kailua. See what Kahuku does here on 4th and goal to go.
Here's that sprint replay. Choi Fu getting the jersey. Getting some help there as well by Mike Cathcart.
Check that, it's 3rd and 5. Latuselu looking for the end zone, has a blocker. He is met at the goal line. He will be close, and they will say he's out at about the half-a-yard line. Latuselu seeking his 2nd touchdown of this matchup.
Here you see the run.
Game clock now down to a little bit under 6 minutes. First down. And touchdown for Kahuku. Taking it home there for the Red Raiders, Kaipo Faitoa.
There you see that revolving running back scheme by Kahuku. Getting that touchdown, and you can just shut the door on this game.
And the extra point conversion is no good. Faitoa there along the sideline, adding on to Kahuku's lead. 48-14 now here at the Aloha Stadium. 5 minutes, 53 seconds left to play. See Fanoi Moana there talking to the rest of his offensive players.
And we'll take a look at another look at this. Fiatoa from the fullback position. That's one swinging for the fences.
Fiatoa warming up for the spring. And credit the offensive line for the Kahuku Red Raiders. They have given Fanoi Moana time to pass when he's needed it, but more importantly, they have opened up the holes for their running backs. Kahuku with arguably one of the best offensive lines in the state this year. Their fans gonna stay till the end here at the Aloha Stadium. A 34-point advantage over the Surf Riders. Kailua thinking upset at the beginning of the ball game and all the way through the half. But Kahuku now has taken control. Kick fielded at about the 15-yard line by Cathcart, who slips. Cathcart now looking for room, and that is where he is hit by Kahuku's Jared Ava.
And we got a penalty marker on the field as well. See what happens.
Let's see what the call is. This ball moving upfield, it appears to be against the Red Raiders.
Or face mask on the kicking team.
Red Raiders coaching staff here along the near sideline waiting for this game to end. So a little bit over 5.5 minutes left to go. I believe that was Rocky Alo getting snowed under once again by the Red Raiders defense. The Red Raiders defense kept them in the ball game, and their offense turned it back around. Second down and 10, no gain on first down for Kailua. See Keone Brown trying to follow the sweep with blockers in front of him, but just too many Red Raiders are on the football on that last play.
This is a defense that has a lot of quick feet, a lot of power, and they just shade that area where the running back's where the offense is going, and just knock them out of contention of getting any good yardage.
3rd and 8 for the Surf Riders. Handoff, this is Alo. Alo now with some greenery in front of him. He'll have first down yardage and just a wee bit more out to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 8 yards there for Rocky Alo. And Alo there coming off the field, starting to show some signs of wear and tear after being beat on and hammering against this Kahuku defense.
Oh, he's a gamer. He's sticking into this. See how low. Trying to make something out of the defense, but Kahuku defense has been tough.
Clock continues to wind down here at the Aloha Stadium. 4:03 and counting. New set of downs here for Kailua as they hand it off to Brown. Brown slips through the hole and breaks a tackle on his way for a 9-yard gain. Players slow getting up and off the field for Kahuku. Fata Avigalio with just a slight limp as he comes off, but running off here under his own power, that's a good sign for Red Raider fans. .34 lead for Kahuku as Alo tries to break a tackle up the middle. He should have first down yardage here. Looks like he'll bring the ball out to the 29-yard line. Good for a first down.
Kailua using the same game plan as Kahuku. Trying to muscle up with their running game.
Play whistle dead before it actually got started.
False start on the offense.
So on first down, Kailua runs into a first down penalty. Backs him up 5 yards, makes it 1st and 15. Now on the Kahuku 33-yard line. Trailing by 34 points. A little bit over 3 minutes left to play. Cantiveros looking downfield for his tight end and batted away nicely by Kahuku's number 42, Leonard Peters, once again. Peters has been outstanding here in the second half for Kahuku. Cantiveros with the man open and Peters able to close the gap.
He's showing some presence there. You see the pressure by Pausa Matagi Jr. and getting a hand in, as you said, Leonard Peters. He's showing a great presence here in the second half on defense, and they're good on both sides of the ball.
Peters marching to the beat of the marching band here along the near sideline. Penalty markers down once again. I believe this will go against the Surf Riders.
Or dead ball foul. False start on the offense.
Cantiveros back into the huddle. Clock now down to 2.5 minutes. 2nd and 20 from the 38-yard line of Kahuku. Cantiveros puts it on the ground temporarily, and he'll get taken down in the backfield. Peters once again with the play.
Peters have been the man for the second half. And you see the ball bounces, and luckily the ball bounces back up, but Peters not distracted on the play, follows Cantaberas, got his number, and a big loss.
So Peters once again making the big defensive play. Another tackle for loss by Peters. Pushes Kailua back to midfield now. 3rd and 32, and here goes another whistle. I believe we're going to have delay of game now against Kailua.
No dead ball fall. Delay of game on the offense.
Johnson there along the sidelines contemplating what his next offensive move will be. They need 37 yards for a first down. Contibarros under pressure. Contibarros just lost one downfield, and this is caught. Ball tipped initially by Kahuku's defense, and Keahi Mao making the reception, but just a short gain of about 5 or 7 yards. They needed 37 for a first down.
When he gets back to the scrimmage line, you see Cantaberas has to get rid of this ball. Ball is tipped by his receiver, Mao, and he makes some spectacular catches. He catches, but not enough, as they got a whole set of yards in front of him.
Looking to go for it here on fourth down. The running back loses a football on the draw play. So possession goes back to Kahuku. Just 41 seconds remain in this ball game. That should just about wrap it up for the Red Raiders. Kahuku moving on to the OIA title game. They will face the winner of Waianae and Farrington tomorrow night. A lot of folks about halfway through this season talking about a Kahuku Red Raiders St. Louis Crusader matchup. That matchup appeared to be in jeopardy in the first half of this ball game.
No dead ball fall. Delay of game on the offense.
But the Red Raiders got back on track now with a 48-14 lead, looking to go on to the OIA championship game. Once again, they'll face the winner of Waianae and Farrington tomorrow night here at the Aloha Stadium next week. Funaki into the game, thought about taking a knee, and they gave it to the running back. Latusella gets about 4 or 5 yards. And this football game is over. Siwaki Levi and the Kahuku Red Raiders into the OIA championship game after an early scare by the Surf Riders.
Surely did get an early scare. Not great football in the beginning, but as things warmed up, Kahuku moves on.
Levi and Darren Johnson, the head coach for Kailua, both coached together as assistants under Doug Simones for Kahuku just a few years ago. Levi came up to be the head coach after Simones left. Johnson over to Kailua, both in the third year coaching. Levi victorious in this one, 48-14. His team once again into the championship game. But Kailua, a young and up-and-coming team, they played their hearts out here tonight, giving Kahuku a scare in the early parts of this game. And they're going to look at number 2, the running back for Kahuku, Talamoni. Talamoni sat out last week's game with back problems, but came back in here this week and really turned their football game around for Kahuku.
Had a strong showing at the end.
So once again, the final score here at the Aloha Stadium, 48-14, Kahuku once again victorious. See the camaraderie being demonstrated between coaching staffs of both teams. Talamoni, the player of the game here at the Aloha Stadium. Once again, the final, Kahuku 48, Kailua 14. For our director Sam Wines, our Jumbotron camera crew and staff, our color man Dominic Rodero, my name is Blaine Calloway. Thank you for joining these Stadium Stars. Hope to see you for OIA Championship action next week.